Good morning, guys. I'm just going to take a minute or two and talk about the energies that we're in right now. We're in this huge energetic shift. Yesterday, we just had two X-class solar flares, and we haven't had any of those since June. We also have our full moon tonight, and we're being bathed in plasma. So you might be feeling this physically, mentally, emotionally. Now, some of the common symptoms for this energy shift we're in right now could be that you just have a wave of just exhaustion, right? Just wiped out. Or you could be the exact opposite, feeling really wired and tired. You might have sleep disturbances, anxiety, irritability, emotionally, anything that needs to be purged will come up during this time. So just be aware of that, right? So you don't have to judge yourself or go into depressive states or anything like that. This is just an energy shift, and we're being prepared for next week's 11/11 portal. So now, if you're taking care of your body, right, and you're eating well, you shouldn't be having too much of a problem with these energy jumps, right? And I can testify to that. When I was first feeling energies and I wasn't in shape and I wasn't eating well, they could really floor you, and they can make you mentally and emotionally just wiped out. So you want to get out in nature. That's very healing overall for everything, the mental, emotional, and physical body. A lot of pure, clean water with electrolytes, because the solar flares really dehydrate the body a lot faster than with no solar flares, and especially X-class flares, right? So, and they really will help you integrate the light. So plasma that we're being bathed in, plasma is a carrier wave for photonic light, which is source encoded love light intelligence. And what this does is it communicates to our body that it's time to change, it's time to transform. So along with the frequency jumps and what you might be feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically, what that looks like in your life is when we're going through an energetic shift, right? And if you're evolving, you're on a path of evolution, and other people in your reality aren't keeping up with that evolution, you might notice distance between people in your life, or jobs, or even things. You might feel the need to purge a lot of your possessions, clean out your closets, declutter. All of these things will help your consciousness. Now, I want to share that no matter how intense you feel these energies, you never receive more than what you can physically handle, all right? So extra rest right now, clean up your diet, just do it, all right? Even if you don't want to, just not everything is about what we want to do on this path. It's what we have to do to feel better, right? And I can definitely be a witness to the activity. If you keep yourself active, when you can, don't get me wrong, you're going to need extra rest some of these times. But if you keep yourself on a daily basis, they're so much easier to integrate all of this light, and these frequencies do not hit as hard as they used to. Now, I've been doing this a very long time, all right? So I'm used to these upgrades and these frequency jumps. Sorry about my camera. I'm actually out heading to the gym, right? 5:30. So I'm fine physically, mentally, emotionally through this. And I just want to let people know that are a little frazzled or a little agitated that, right now, if that's the way you're feeling, then you just gotta, nurture yourself and rest, meditate, all these things that will help you, journal. But on the daily, when you're coming out of this shift, you want to start detoxing the body. You want to start caring for the body more so that you can handle these, because the energies are only ever going to increase, all right? Look at my little white nose. So, all right, I got this little crack in my camera and I'm off to the gym, but I wanted to just quick make a video to acknowledge the shift that we're in. Did I mention about distance from people in your life? Yeah, it's like all of a sudden the energetics between you and another person, you just might know that it's just like flatlined. You're not mad or anything like that, but you'll feel a distance, and that has nothing to do with judgment, or it's not even a personal thing. It is frequency bandwidth. When we start vibrating in a higher, more evolved frequency bandwidth, those of a lower bandwidth, you'll feel detached from that. You'll feel the distance type of thing. It doesn't mean these people won't come back in your life later, but it has nothing to do with judgment. It's all about frequency bandwidth, all right? And when we're in an energetic shift like this, a real big one, that becomes really apparent. Things in your life become very clear, what's staying and what needs to leave. So take this time to care for yourself and take the guidance and use it if you'd like to feel better. And if not, obviously it's your journey. You can suffer and struggle through it, but getting online and complaining about symptoms will just make it worse. You don't want to do that. You want to be an accountable being, right? Sovereignty. And you don't want to share all of your troubles online. That just keeps them in your field. It doesn't make anything any better. I've seen people in ascension symptom groups that are still complaining a decade later, and they're not getting it, right? They're recreating this over and over again. All right, that's all. I just want everybody to feel better and have a beautiful day. And I'm looking at this moon. Do you want to see the moon? It's probably going to look like a little white dot, but let's see what it looks like. There it is. Okay. So if you have any questions, there's a lot of information I could share on energy symptoms and what else you might be feeling, going through. But you know what? I just wanted to make this relatively short, even though this will be super long for TikTok. But I think it's a shorter video than I used to do. All right. So have a beautiful day, everybody. And any questions, feel free to comment. Love you. Bye.